Hello, this is Daniel Mart, and today I'm going to be doing a video on the fact that Philip Seymour Hoffman recently passed away on Super Bowl February 2nd, 2014. So yeah, before I continue, I want to give my respects and all that, and some seconds of silence, for his passing, starting now. Oh, so yeah, sorry, kind of got distracted. I think it was, what was that, 20 seconds? 20? Usually it's 10, but I got distracted for a second. So, got 20, sorry. So basically, Philip Hoffman is basically one of those Academy Award winning actor, producer, director, all of that. He's been in many significant films. Um, yeah, most notably uh, from what I from what I know, uh, would be Moneyball. Moneyball. What else? Mission Impossible number 3, I believe. Or 2. I don't remember. Capote and 25 Hours, and just one more I remember I seen him. I think it was like the Talented Mr. Ripley, and then he was also recently in Catching Fire, Hunger Games. So he's been around. So basically, how it goes is that his friend, I forget his name. He's actually pretty famous. Too, well, somewhat famous. He's a famous playwright and screenwriter or something like that. Found him. David Barr Katz. He went to his house after not having answered his phone, to his girlfriend and children, and to him, and to the people who were calling him that day. So David Barkatz went to his house or an apartment building or whatever in his West Village, Manhattan apartment, and he found him dead in the bathroom. So yeah, they haven't really said an exact reason as to how he died. An exact way on how he died, but it is believed it's from a drug overdose, most likely heroin, and from backtracking from what he did the previous days. He took out $1,200 from his bank, the day before. So and then there were many druggies around the area he was living at the time, and then 4 people were arrested the next day or 2 days after, for heroin possessions. So the most likely answer is heroin. As to whether it was just accident or suicide, that I don't know. So yeah, basically, yeah, he died. The one thing I'm wondering now is he actually had a pretty major role in Hunger Games, Catching Fire. Plutarch Havenspin, I don't know how to say his name, and he was supposed to be in Hunger Games. Mockingjay Part 1 and 2, and he was actually also working on 2 other movies, A Most Wanted Man and God's Pocket, and he was acting in both of them. And for God's Pocket, he was also producing it. So yeah. So as to how filming may be effective for all those movies, well, right now only 3 of them, Part 1 of Mockingjay and then A Most Wanted Man, God's Pocket. As to how those movies will be affected is unknown, but I think the one that may be most effective will be God's Pocket, considering he's also a producer. Now, it is known that for Mockingjay Part 1, he died right before he could make one of the most emotional or major roles, significant roles in sorry, outside noise, in the, how do you say, brain fart, in the movie. Um, sorry for the outside noise. So it is known that. So yeah, as to how that may be, how that will affect the scheduling of the movie and whatnot, is unknown. Originally, they really haven't said. They still haven't said if they're gonna postpone it or whatever. But it is supposed to come out November of this year. So yeah, November 21st. So on whether that's gonna be pushed back, I don't really know. For God's Pocket and Most Wanted Man, um, yeah. Now also they really don't give much on it. So as to how that may affect it, but whatever. So yeah, basically he died of most likely heroin overdose. Yeah, they they still haven't announced as to when they're gonna make a ceremony or funeral or burying or burning of with the and turn his body into ashes or anything like that, or post mortem or whatever. So his fans could adore him or whatever in his before he dies. Not dies, but gets buried or burned or whatever. Cremation. So yeah, that's unknown. And as to when that will happen, they really haven't given any official date, considering he's still in autopsy as to whether how he truly died. You know, Likely heroin overdose. So yeah, that's basically it for this video. A bit of a morbid topic, but I think it had to be done. So that I do have a few other um death discussion videos. I did one for Paul Walker, Nelson Mandela, and Brian Griffin. As silly as it may seem, but I did one. So yeah. Besides that, subscribe. I also do other videos such as reviews on movies, comics, and TV shows. Besides that, I also review a few action figures and trailers and whatnot, and other media news. So stay tuned for that. Comment below on your thoughts on the death of Philip Seymour Hoffman. Do you think it was a tragic loss, or and how much did you like the guy, or did you hate him for whatever reason, and which was your favorite movie he did, and yeah, and how did you react when you heard the news? I was just a bit in shock. It really didn't affect me much because he wasn't really one of my favorite actors, but it did kind of shock me. So yeah, no. So leave that down in the comments below. So yeah, share on Instagram, Facebook, MySpace, Twitter, Vine, or whatever you guys prefer. Yeah, and before I forget, I will leave a link down in the description below for those who want to read an article on his death. There's many articles out there, but I'll find the one I consider one of the best. So that's down in the description below. So yeah, subscribe, comment below, share to your friends, family, members about me, my channel, and maybe even the death of Philip Seymour Hoffman if they haven't heard about it yet. Which by this point, I really think they should have heard it, but for whatever reason, if they haven't heard it, tell them it's a tragic loss, and he will be missed. Yeah, my feelings or whatever, however you say it, how is it? And I feel bad for his family and his friends or whatever, about his loss. And I hope they can come back from it. So yeah, he was a great man, great actor, producer, director, and whatnot. And at the end, he will be missed. And yeah, that's basically it. Subscribe, comment below, share, tell your friends, family, neighbors, and that's basically it. This is Daniel Mart signing off.